In this tutorial, you will learn how to create GLPI service account credentials, allowing you to access the content of your GLPI knowledge base via an external integration. Before creating credentials on the platform, you must ensure that you have set up the following prerequisites in GLPI. A service account with superadmin permissions. The REST API is enabled. A dedicated API client is created. Let's go through these steps by logging into GLPI. To create a service account, go to Administration Users and click Add User. Now let's set up the account. Start by giving a name to this user. Define the password. Do not forget to save the login and password, as we will need them later when creating the credentials. Next, set the profile as superadmin. Select Yes for the recursive parameter. Finally, click Add to finish the creation of the user. Once your service account is set up, you need to ensure that the REST API is enabled. To do so, go to Setup General and click on API. Select Yes for Enable REST API. Select Yes for Enable Login with Credentials. Select Yes for Enable Login with External Token. Finally, click Save to save the configuration. Once the API parameters are correctly configured, you need to create a new API client, which will later be used to create the GLPI credentials. In the same API view, start by clicking Add API Client. Give a name to the API client. Select Yes to set the API client as active. Enter the IP addresses in the IPv4 address range fields. The IP address specified here is used for a production environment located in the France Central region. You may need to choose a different one depending on your situation. You can find Konverso's available public IP addresses on the public IPs page of our KSE key documentation. Next, specify the application token. You can type one yourself and copy it directly. Or you can click Regenerate to automatically generate one. Once that's done, click Add to create the API client. If you choose to generate the application token, you need to copy it by returning to the API client configuration. To do so, click on API Clients. Click on your API client to access its configuration and copy the application token. Make sure to save it for later. Once you have set up the service account and the API client in GLPI, you can create the credentials on the agentic platform. In build mode, go to Administration Credentials. Click on Add Credentials to start creating new credentials. Click on GLPI Service Account. Give a name to the credentials. Next, select who can edit the credentials. Next, provide the URL of your GLPI instance in the following format. Next, provide the username of the GLPI service account and the corresponding password. Provide the application token of the API client you created in GLPI. Finally, click on Add Credentials to finalize the creation. Once that's done, click on Back to Credentials list. The credentials should now be available with the success status in the list of credentials. Please note that you can always check the validity of your credentials by clicking the Verify button.